I think we all we all love discounts, right? Okay, well, why don't we do some Mekkatorque's Workshop now with some new cards, and I got I think 5 of them here. Going to start off with our patron Raydan with an Arcane Guardian. All right, let's check this out. For those of you wondering what Mekkatorque's Workshop is, this is the segment where we talk about custom cards, or some cards we designed ourselves, and kind of throw some ideas around. Maybe Blizzard catches the episode and gets some ideas too. That sort of thing. All right, so we've got Arcane Guardian, a 5-mana 3/3 mech. Yes, we haven't had mech in a while. It's a rare card, Taunt. This minion can only take 1 damage at a time. Okay, so kind of like the what was the mage card with the frost, like where your hero can only take 1 at a time.
Animated armor.
Yeah, animated.
Yeah.
So kind of like that, but it's just this guy can only take one at a time.
I like it. Is it the mana cost? Is it expensive? Like, I'm trying to think. Is this? So I'd want it maybe 4 mana. I don't know. I definitely like the idea of it though, and it's a mech.
4 mana would be super good, I think.
4 mana would be, I guess, be too good. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's kind of like it having 2 divine shields, right? It's kind of like a 3/1 with 2 divine shields.
So yeah.
Is a 3/1 with 2 divine shields worth 5 mana?
What is
Probably.
the 3/1?
I think
what
so.
Is the 3/1 with divine shield?
For 4 mana,
Crusader.
absolutely.
Yeah, Scarlet Crusader. There you go.
Yeah, for 4 mana, absolutely, right?
Oh yeah.
5 mana, it's close. It's definitely balanced. More like it's
definitely a cool card
because
because it's extremely difficult to remove. A lot of the time in the mid game, people want to fireball a minion away, or Firelands Portal, or Wrath minions away, but it's extremely awkward. So this card is going to be weak to token decks where your opponent has a lot of 1/1 minions where you can easily do 1 damage lots of times. But it's going to be better against decks that kind of play 1 minion at a time and are slower. And this could just be really awkward to move. That being said, it is very vulnerable to things like Shadowwood Pain.
What do you
like it?
Well, let's compare this to Tar Creeper. So, Tar Creeper's at 3, and
Right.
it's not that far off from a functional standpoint.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at that, I feel like this card's not that impressive. If it was 4, if it was 4 mana, it would definitely be good. So.
I was trying to think of what deck I would put it in. I just feel like by turn 5, dropping, I don't know. I really like the mechanic. I just think that the 3/3, it's so easily paintable, like Jackie said.
But you're probably
sure.
You're probably gonna paint other stuff though, leading up to it, because it's all about chip damage, right? From Mage. Mage just gets that 3 damage in on you, and then sets you up.
I think if it had 4 health, it would probably be OP.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. Essentially, had 3
OP
divine shields.
at 4, but is it playable at 5?
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe if there was a lot of mech synergy or something, and you could make mech attack.
I don't think it is playable actually, because you can also compare it to Sunwalker, which is a 6 mana 4/5 taunt divine shield, right? So it's basically like that, but 1 less mana. It has -1, -2 stats, and an extra divine shield.
I think it's better than Sunwalker.
And Sunwalker doesn't get played.
Yeah, I think it's a little better than Sunwalker. You can make the argument for the 4 attack. 4 attack is obviously much more relevant than 3. But I think from a defensive standpoint, from blocking stuff, it's better than Sunwalker because it's just cheaper and it functions maybe even a little better. I'm purely thinking of it as being able to throw stuff behind it, right? So if it's like filling the board, maybe your shaman or well, actually it's a mage card, so yeah, I guess you can't really fill board with many minions behind it.
Probably one of the best things about it is that Mage doesn't have any real good defensive 5 mana cards. Because when you get to 6 and 7, you have Meteor, Blizzard, Flame Strike, Firelands Portal. You have so much removal.
Yeah.
But on turn 5, there's no real good defensive play. So maybe that could actually make
I can see that.
I don't know.
Maybe. Well, it's interesting. I mean, this is a good card because it's making us think. Try to think about different things too. So I think Raydan presenting this card it's a good one. I like the
Yeah.
portrait.
Yeah, me too.
That is, what is that?
It's like a bumblebee.
I know, it's like Bumblebee with an energy crystal in between or something like that.
It's pretty cool.
That's cool, yeah. All right, well, Raydan, thanks for sending that card in. We've got another one from Radler Cycles. It's called Keeper of the Dark Portal. So let me get that up here. All right, so this is a priest card, and a 4-mana card, 0 attack, 6 health. Okay, Battlecry. It's got Battlecry and a Death Rattle here. Battlecry has reduced the available minion space for your enemy by 2. And then Death Rattle has returned the board to normal. Can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. Okay, so...
Wait, I'm confused. It can't be targeted by spells or hero powers. That's not the Death Rattle. It's just...
Yeah, that's just a regular. It should just... That should be on another line itself, I think.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Should be on the top.
So, yeah, so Battlecry, reducing the space, like the minion space, the 7 slots, essentially. Does that mean it kills 2 if there are 7 minions on the board?
I think so. Yes.
Okay.
Like, definitely. Surely, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just do like one either side.
Or it's probably the order of minions that came down, I bet. So I guess you would kill the last 2 that came down. Usually in Hearthstone it's Q, right?
Would it be the first 2?
I would guess the older the cards are on the board, just the original spaces they occupy, right? So
Right.
If they were going from a 7 to 5, I would guess the 7 and the 6 slots would be cut off, because of that.
I think it'd be better just slamming
on
each
both
side
sides.
of the board.
Okay,
Literally
we
just-
could do that too.
Okay, I like
Squishing
that.
the board.
Yeah, I could do that too.
A lot of the time, a lot of people put big minions on the outside as well, right? Because with things like Flame Tongue, you put your little minions in the middle and your big ones on the edge.
Yeah.
So you end up killing like a couple of thing from belows or something like that.
That's true.
pretty sick.
That's true. It's definitely possible.
I wonder what the animation would look like, or just like the board state at the time. You know what I mean? Like, would it just be like X's, or is it just squished? I don't know. It's interesting. Like, we don't have anything that
It's like the Star Wars trash compactor walls coming in
Yeah,
from the
right.
side. Yeah, I think it's kind of cool. And then the Death Rattle would return the board to normal, but it wouldn't return the minions that you killed, I'm assuming.
No.
You just allow you to do it. Okay.
That's pretty powerful then. If it's 4 mana, like
Yeah.
destroy 2
Well,
minions on the board. I don't know. Yeah.
It is kill 2 minions, and then you're probably gonna die. This minion's probably gonna die right after that, right?
I mean, that being said, it will very rarely kill 2 minions, right?
Right,
It's
right.
Very rarely.
Yeah.
If I just put on 7
You're about to
minions.
die.
Very good point.
So-
it kills 2 minions. Yeah.
So in a lot of matchups, the reducing the space on the opponent's board is really not going to do much at all. If any, nothing. A lot of the time.
Yeah.
So
It would
Maybe
only
it just
help
needs to reduce
Shaman.
more than. Yeah, against Shaman.
Yeah, it would help Shaman. It would hurt Shaman. It would hurt Egg Druid. That's about it. I guess you could change it so it's I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's more like Allie said. Maybe it's 3 spots, but then you're killing potentially 3 with a 0/6 minion, a 4-drop too. Wow, that's powerful.
I definitely like the concept of
Shrinking the board.
shrinking the board state, or like messing around with the board. Like, I think it's interesting. I think the card needs a little bit of work, but I definitely like the concept. So yeah, that's what I feel about it.
Okay. Well, definitely interesting concept, and again, thanks Radler Cycles for sending that in. Those of you that are wondering, how do I send mine in? Go ahead and email those to valuetown@chanmanv.tv, and we will take a look at them from next week. Okay, the next one we have is Allie's card, Counterbounce. Counterbounce.
I could not for
Yes.
the life of me think of a decent name for this card, and so I apologize for the terrible innovation when it comes to the name. I don't know. I guess I just wanted to make another mage secret. Not that really mage needs anything right now, but it sort of acts as a freezing trap a little bit. But yeah, I thought it would be a cool tempo swing for them.
Okay, so it's a 3-mana counterbalance secret. After your opponent plays a minion, return it to their hand, and it costs 3 more mana right after that. Okay, so that's almost like killing a big minion, right? pretty much.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
it's possible it should be 2 instead of 3 more, because obviously, if someone drops Tyrion or something, it's unplayable. So actually, in retrospect, I think maybe 2.
2 mana?
It costing
Okay.
2 more might be a little bit more balanced, actually.
Yeah, I mean, you can kind of compare it to Freezing Trap, where when your opponent
Right.
attacks with a minion, goes back for 2. But obviously, playing 1 extra mana to play this, so it should probably be better than Freezing Trap. And this is definitely better
Right.
than Freezing Trap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, definitely better. And it's just another thing to have to play around Mirror Entity. I mean, it's just like
Yeah,
it's
and
a partner to Mirror Entity, basically. Like either.
yeah,
way,
I mean, you've already got Mirror Entity and Potion of Polymorph, which kind of already punish
True.
people for playing minions. So this would completely punish people. They would just have to play on Mirror Entities, and then the Potion of Polymorphs, and then the counter bounces, and they'd be like,
Yeah.
"What? I can't play any minions."
It's probably unnecessary. Yeah, very interactive.
No, but I think it's good to have, again, like these type of secrets that really, really punish if you play a minion, right? And I think having multiples is okay. Like Potion of Polymorph, I feel like doesn't get played enough, and this one, it's not as, it's a different take on it, right? You're not actually transforming it. You're getting it back. You're just having to waste your turn essentially. So yeah, I think this is good. I almost prefer something like this over Potion of Polymorph.
Yeah, I think I would play this instead of Potion of Polymorph. Really,
Yeah.
Potion of Polymorph doesn't really do enough, but this could really slow down your opponent. I don't know. Yeah, maybe 3 is too good though.
I don't know. I think Potion of Polymorph's better than this.
You think
Because
so?
they can play their minion again. Whereas it's either they get to
True.
play their minion again at 3 more mana, or they just have a 1/1.
Oh yeah, I mean,
I think I'd
the-
rather have a 1/1.
I mean, I think well, I don't know. I think it depends on the card, right? Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I would much rather. I don't know.
You bring up a good
It's-
point, actually, Jack.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely makes it a 1/1. They can't play it again, but then they have to waste mana the next turn, right, to use it again. But if they have a good battle cry, then yeah, that could be bad. Okay, but they're definitely somewhere in that range, right? And just having, I guess, more depth to that counterplay or that play around, at least with playing a bad minion, is kind of interesting. Okay, the next one we have here is Jackie has Hidden Assassin. So it's a rogue card. Let me bring it up real quick here. Here we go. So it's a 4 mana, 3/4 stealth. It's just stealth, and then Death Rattle. Add a card to your hand from your opponent's class. Typical rogue there.
Yeah, so I was trying to come up with a rogue card that kind of had synergy with a lot of rogue cards that I like but aren't played that much. So you have the Shadow Sensei, the 4/4 that gives a stealth minion +2/+2. I think that's a really good card, but there aren't quite enough stealth minions in the meta for that to be good enough.
Yeah.
So I actually think rogue will have more stealth minions in the future, and that card will see play again. Also, the Death Rattle, so you can discover it from Journey Below. And it's also something you can play before you play Shadowcaster. I love Shadowcaster, the 5 mana 4/4 that puts a copy of a 1/1 in your hand. And so this is a minion that can reliably stick to the board that you can Shadowcaster and bring back to your hand again. And it's pretty cool because it's got the Death Rattle. Plus, it works with Ethereal Peddler because in like a Burgle Rogue style thing where you steal a card and then get it reduced. So it's kind of like probably trying to synergize with a bit too many things, but yeah.
It is a play right before Ethereal Peddler, so that is kind of nice. Because I remember before it was just like I'd play all these cards, I'd get all these cards, and I had to wait like an extra turn before I could play Peddler, and it was always like, oh, that sucks. It'd been nice if it was on curve. So yeah, kind of cool.
I think it's really good.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good too.
It'd be pretty damn strong, honestly.
Yeah, it might be too strong. Not sure.
Like 3/4, isn't that bad of stats for its opponent or its
And it's stealth
ability
too, so you
yeah,
get
and
to
it's
do
stealth,
something.
So maybe
Yeah, you get to actually do something with it, and not just lose it to some really great trade, right?
Yeah, I mean it's kind of like Shaku, right? Like, but Shaku can get you more cards. This is only going to get you one. However, this does
it doesn't get you more than one card very often, though, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a higher mana costed Shaku. It's good. Okay, the last one I have is one that I made, which is a Hunter card, and It's called Brood Father because there's too many brood mothers out there. So gotta give some love to the fathers out there. Even though I'm not sure it makes sense, obviously. But
Daddy.
yeah, exactly. I should have called it Brood Daddy. That's exactly what I should have called it. It's a 4-mana, 4/4 body, and let me bring up the tiny broodling too, just so you can get. It's a kind of 2-card thing. Yeah, here we go. And it's a 4/4 body epic. It's Battlecry summon 2 tiny broodlings, so it's kind of like Dr. Boomish type of thing, right? And the tiny broodlings have a death rattle, give Brood Father +1/+1.
Brood Father. Oh, no.
This card is
I
OP.
actually, I like it. It's good. I love that it's called Brood Father.
Yeah. I mean, it probably is OP, but the concepts. I mean, I came up with this thing like literally 5 minutes for the show, 10 minutes before the show, because I was meaning to spend the day doing it, and then the internet kind of screwed up. So the concept is basically have tokens whenever you play it, right? Summon something, and then have those things that you summon end up buffing the original minion.
Yeah.
And so you have to make that choice, right? Like, do you kill those broodlings first, or do you kill that broodfather first? That sort of decision. Like the stats here, yeah, I mean they're strong. Okay, I it's like an 8/8 type of value for 4. So maybe it should have been like a 3/3 instead. But
so
something like
if
that.
you dropped another brood father, like would the tiny broodlings also buff another brood father?
Oh.
You see what I mean?
You can only have one father. Maybe I should have made a legend. But yeah, I guess you could still have. You could still
maybe.
have
Well, you could either make it legend, or you could change the death rattle to give a brood father +1/+1, or give all brood fathers.
I think giving all brood
+1/+1.
fathers would probably be good if you could only run one of them. So like those rare cases you have it happen, it'd be kind of funny.
Yeah.
I don't know. I actually really like the concept of the tokens buffing the original
Yeah.
card. I think that's really cool. Actually, nice job.
I like there
Yeah,
just
it's
having to
almost
be a
like
decision. There has to be some
Yeah,
kind of
definitely.
decision.
Like it's kind of similar to the like you said, Dr. Boom, or even Elixir, where a lot of the time when you're faced with Elixir, you have to think, oh, do I kill the 8 or do I kill the ones?
Yeah.
And so this is like you want to kill the you definitely want to kill the bigger body first, because if you kill the little ones first, you're gonna get punished, and you actually get the death rattle. Whereas if you kill the big one first, you don't get the negative effect of the death rattle. So
You know what I should have called it? I should have called it the Hyena Father, because it's basically like Hyena that summons 2 beasts next to it, right?
yeah.
So if you were, to kill those, then obviously he gets buffed. So that's the general concept behind it.
I don't know. I still like brood father.
Brood
and
father.
broodlings.
All right. Yeah.
I think if this card was actually put in the game, the Hunter I think would be broken. This card is
Yeah.
busted.
It'd work perfect in your token hunter.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. Oh my gosh, that's true. Token
The
would
deck
be
would be
so
tier
good.
1.
Be crazy good. Yeah.
Break the meta.
All right. Well, anyways, that concludes Mekkatorque's workshop. Thanks everybody for sending those in. You guys are awesome, and I think we're just gonna do Mekkatorque's workshop pretty regularly. I know a lot of you guys love it, and I know we've talked amongst the 3 of us about doing it. So expect more Mekkatorque's workshop in the near future. We're gonna do some Q&A now. So we've got a couple emails from some of the patrons as well as fans. Davin P asks, I just got Marsh Queen Quest Legendary. That's not the best way to get, but okay. And I'm wondering about the best way to play it. Conventional Wisdom seems to play an aggro deck with 10 or more 1-drops, of course. But I was wondering if it might work better in an Elemental Hunter with a minimal number of 1-drops, i.e. Glacial Shard, Firefly, Brewmaster. Most people think it should be changed to summon rather than play 7 1-drops. Would that be good, or would that be too good?
I definitely think it would be too good, because a lot of the death rattle minions in Hunter, like Timberwolf and Rat Pack, the minions they summon are 1-mana 1/1s. So you're playing those strong on-curve minions and getting towards completing the quest. I think if it was summoned, the quest would be very strong. Yeah, really, really good.
Life coach would be right.
Yeah.
Right, if that happened.
But I've played a lot of Quest Hunter, and I haven't had that much success. But when I was playing it, I did find the most success I was having was with an elemental style list. So I wasn't playing like a full elemental list. I was just playing like the Fireflies, the Glacial Shards, and then like Tar Creeper and Tolvir Stone Shaper.
Yeah.
So because you're trying, like, you're not really an aggro hunter deck. You're trying to like spend the first few turns completing the quest, and then kind of put on loads of pressure over time. So the Tar Creeper and the 4-mana Taunt, the Stone Shaper, is actually really good for stalling the game. And because you have those those 1-drops as well to activate the Stone Shaper, it's actually pretty nice. But I don't think you want to have like minimal 1-drops. You still do need to have a lot of 1-drops in the deck, I think, to make it work.
Yeah.
But Elemental's a good way to go.
Maybe if it was a lower number, I don't know. But I feel like if you make it too low, then it would just be too good as well. Like 7. Maybe 6.
It's either not good enough or too good. I feel like that quest. There's no middle ground with it, because if they're able to achieve it quickly, and then you get the crazy combos that people have been thinking about, right, with Rhino and whatever, then it gets a little insane. Unless again we're still overrating this quest. At least the reward for this quest, if it was early, if we were able to complete this early, there's a chance that we might be overrating it. I don't know. How do you guys feel about it now? Like, would it be too overpowered if you finished it early and got the Rhino just 2-1 2-1 2-1 type of combo there, and keep drawing, right? Like
I think
keep drawing.
I think if you got to play the AA on turn 5 every game, it'd be OP.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah,
I would concur with that.
I think outside of the rogue one, I don't think any of the quests can be completed in round 5, right? So, is there any other ones that could be completed in round 5?
I quickly think, but I don't
think you can. Like,
maybe if you primordial glyph into infinity, would open the way.
Possible.
But
possible.
It's highly unlikely.
Yeah, you can in a Shaman, you can play a Murloc turn 1, Murloc turn 2, coin Call the Finishers turn 3, Call the Finishers turn 4, and then you get your dude on turn 5.
All right. Jackie solves the riddle, or solves the puzzle there. Okay. Yeah, with the hunter one, it's tough. So, but just to answer your question, I think Jackie's right. Just playing a bunch of 1-drops and that 3/5 that gives you a 1-drop is really good. The Tolvir, really, really good card. All right, Brenton has a question. Team 5 has mentioned the possibility of bringing wild packs back into the game as a possibility. What should wild packs look like? And he has 4 options here. Individual expansions like GVG and Grand Tournament and re-release adventures. Number 2 is wild packs, just generally. Have all cards not currently in the standard under one pack type and just call it wild packs. Or year of the blank packs. So year of the Kraken. So divided by year, or something else. Yeah, what do you think it should be?
I don't know. I guess I feel like there should be an option, right? I mean, for people who really, really enjoy Wild, I think I don't know. I actually kind of like the idea. Not sure what's the best way to do it.
I think the best way is, well, at least my opinion, is the same thing that they did before, which was have them broken up into releases. Because, there's going to be some people that have Grand Tournament, but they don't have GVG, or something like that, right? So a general wild pack, that's a lot of cards, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Also, a lot of the, I agree with the expansion. So pack per expansion thing. Also, a lot of the expansions have synergies within the expansion. So if you're looking for certain synergies. So if you want a load of Inspire cards, because they're obviously OP.
They're so amazing.
Then you think, yes, I'm going to get all these Grand Tournament packs, so I can get all my Inspire cards, that type of thing. So
something that's still not broken, Inspired, even in Wild.
Yeah. No, but just
better.
Like synergies, and so like for example, when Old Gods rotates out, like being able to get the Old God cards together to find your Cthulhu cards easier than having if they were just all you were just getting cards from every expansion.
That thought just makes me sad, man. When Old Gods gets retired, it's gonna be like,
it's gonna be a sad day.
It's gonna be a sad day.
Poor Yogg.
No Yogg, no Nazad.
Definitely one of my favorite expansions. I love Cthulhu. I don't know why. I
still see Cthulhu every once in a while. Somebody breaks it out every once in a while. I don't know why, but they do. Yeah.
But no, I think you guys are right. So breaking it up into to the expansions.
Yeah, I don't think there's any other possible way. I mean, the only other option is they make it more of a customized type of pack depending on who's buying the pack. But then you never have repeats, which they definitely want us to have repeats and have the dust and things like that. So yeah, I think that's probably the simplest way. Don't have to get too complicated with that. Okay, well, that's it for the questions this week, guys. Unless I think I got most of them. So if not, then we'll take a look at it for next week. And again, if you guys want to email your questions in, email them to valuetown@chanmanv.tv. We'll take a look at them. And we obviously give priority to patrons, but if you're not a patron, you can also do it too. I want to give a shout out to some of the folks on iTunes too that left us a nice 5-star review, because we are available on iTunes as well as Google Play and SoundCloud. So if you want to listen to us on the way to work, or if you're working out or anything like that, you can just go to iTunes and look us up. You can search Hearthstone or Value Town and you'll find us. And one way to help us out a lot is to leave a 5-star review, because it just helps with SEO when people are looking up Hearthstone. So I want to give a shout out to Go Tommy Goes and Breakdown 114 for being the latest folks to do that for us. And it helps out in a big way. So why don't we do some shout outs, guys? It's we kind of flew through this episode. I thought it was going to be a little bit longer, but we were able to cover a lot of stuff. Jackie, you want to start us off?
Yeah. Thank you for you two for doing the show with me. And fun as always. Thank you to my team. Fade to Karma for supporting me, helping me be a streamer. Thank you to all my viewers and all you guys for watching the stream, and all you guys listening. We love you all.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We will even that out. Don't worry. I always end up
The
evening
mic
out
just
this
got
way.
super
Yeah, sorry, I probably shouldn't have lent into the mic. Never mind.
Yeah. Well, anyway, very, very similar shout outs to Jackie. Thank you, Fates Karma. Love you, team. And for anyone that watches, thank you, and to you guys for doing the show with me.
Absolutely. I'll round things out too by saying good luck, Jackie, at home.
Yes.
Seed Story Cup starts
Thank you.
tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow, okay.
1 p.m. CET is the first game. I
Oh
believe.
my gosh, that's early.
And I'm like the second game
like
of the day.
7 in the morning here.
Yeah.
It's 4 in the morning for
wow.
Allie, or I think. I forget where you are, Allie, but it's really, really early. Holy smokes. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, so I might have to catch the VOD of that. No spoilers, please, guys. But yeah, good luck to you over there. Hopefully you end up winning.
Thank you.
And we'll be rooting you on. Thanks, obviously, to both of you guys for doing the show today. Everybody for watching. You can catch the VODs at youtube.com/ChanManV. I'll be posting it shortly after. And I think that's it. Oh, a big shout out to obviously our patrons, of course, again, and Game Coach for sponsoring the show. Go to game-coach.com and check out all the coaches that they have there. And sometimes the best way to improve, guys, like really take leaps and bounds, is to go and get a coach for half an hour to an hour, and you'll be surprised. You'll learn a ton in just that short amount of time, and it'll be enough to last you for weeks too. So give that a look, and if you can drop them a message too, just let them know that you appreciate it. You can use the promo code ValueTown and get 10% off too. But that's going to be it. Follow us all on Twitter. You can see our Twitters down here, at ChanManV, at F2K Allie, at F2K Jackie, and you can follow the show's Twitter at ValueTownGG. But that's going to be it for this week, guys, for ValueTown, and for Jackie Chan, Alliestrasza, and myself, ChanManV. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Later.
Bye.